Good day, this is Ray. Today is Sunday, June 25th, 2023. And for me, another day of resting and trying to get better. So, just wanted to jump on and record a video. Normally I don't do things like this and just talk about something I hadn't given much thought to. Actually, that's all I do. But today, I've been thinking about something about the initial journey that I've had with paying off consumer debt. So one of the hardest things was talking about my consumer debt number, or non-mortgage number, however you want to call it. And when I started off, when I started tracking it, February of 2021, it was at $97,520.57. And as you can imagine, not a lot of people like talking about the ugly stuff, the things that they feel embarrassed about. And I felt truly embarrassed by that number. It was never a number that I shared with anybody else until I connected with Brad Long at ZeroDebtCoach.com and, just decided to go ahead and share the number. It was a little bit lower because I shared it with him in May of 2021. But either way, it was still close to $100,000 of just non-mortgage debt. This was before I became a first-time homeowner. And that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. And no, I didn't get any help with purchasing the home. Had to do it in a way that I wouldn't suggest anybody do it. It's legal, of course, but excuse me, I had to dip into my retirement in order to do it. Okay, so, one of the things I could look back on and remember very vividly is that when I shared that number, not only with him, but with the people that were in his classes, was sharing my consumer debt journey. And the fact that, I don't earn six figures and I'm paying off a very high debt. I wish that was something that was talked about more, but it's not, because people want to present the best part of their lives or even exaggerate their life to make it seem like everything is great. I think what changed for me was when I got very sick in 2019. For the bulk of 2019, I was very sick. I couldn't hold down food, any liquids, and had this whooshing sound in my ear and ended up going, being hospitalized and being diagnosed with lupus. I'm sorry, still dealing with a very sore throat. Yeah, diagnosed with lupus in May of 2019, and that changed everything for me. It was a paradigm shift. The fact that I was in the hospital, I couldn't do anything for myself, couldn't walk, couldn't hold down any food for a while. I was relying on the healthcare system to be able to take care of me. Taking medications for the first time, getting all sorts of exams, testing my body, also getting biopsies, and it was a very scary time. He just didn't know what was going to happen, and I had given up. I basically didn't want to do much. I didn't know where the trajectory of my life was going at that point. I'm in my early 40s at that time. I'm still in my 40s, but I was in my early 40s, and just hitting that wall, and then not knowing how to talk to people about it, not wanting still to share that. I have a picture of me during that time, but I'm not even sure if I'm willing to share that right now. I was down to 145, 150 pounds in that range. And for my normal weight of 195, 200 pounds, which today I'm at 195. So I was a shell of myself, and people noticed, people brought up, saying, "Are you okay?" And I would say, "Yeah, I'm fine, just I got a lot of work to do. I'm not eating as much," and whatever lie I could come up with to gloss over the fact that I was basically on my way to dying without getting the proper medical treatment that I needed. And but anyway, thinking back to that number, 97,520.57, yeah, it was tough. tough to face. But that was the beginning of the change, the beginning of when I needed to address it. Even then, in February, I didn't, excuse me, didn't know how to address it. It wasn't until May that I connected with Brad, shared him my numbers, and then he gave me the path to be able to help me to dig out of this debt, which I'm currently still digging out of. One of the things I really don't mention in a lot of my videos is that if I were healthier, I would definitely take on a second job to be able to pay down the debt a little bit faster. I do some side hustles, like doing surveys and things, but because of my health, I can't take on a second job. So let's say if I took on a second job for a period of a year or two, that would definitely eat into my consumer debt. Right now, I'm at, I don't have the exact number in front of me. I'm at 60, a little bit under 63,000, 62,000 and some change. And, I can only imagine if I had the energy and the health to be able to take on a second job to just really knock it out, how fast do it go? But that's great. If you can do that, great, go for it. But I'm dealing with a chronic illness, and I have to accept the reality of the way things are. Now I'm going to work on connecting with Brad to get my online business set up, and then that would definitely help, assuming that I can get the customers to come and to learn the things that I want to share with them. And that's going to take a little bit of work, but I'm here for it. But basically what I want to say to you is, you may be in a position where you see your debt number and you think it's just hopeless, and why do you want to share that with anybody? That could help so many people, just that alone, sharing that number. If you're up to it, you don't have to. This is something I decided to do because I reached the point where I don't care. I care, but I don't care about sharing the number, because I know that my goal is to pay off that debt and not go back into the debt. The more important thing for me is that I know how to budget. I mean, I live by budget month to month. I keep track of my number, my debt pay down. I don't overspend anymore. I don't make impulse buys. I don't feel the need to live the life of others, which is kind of the herd mentality. Trying to live a lifestyle that you see other people living, and not even necessarily being able to afford it. I hear people going on trips and things like that, and going to different restaurants, and if that's your thing, more power to you. But for me, I did a lot of traveling when I was in my 20s and 30s. Ate out all the time. I would go to concerts. I would go to parties sometimes. I would say I tried to live that lifestyle. And these past maybe 4 or 5 years, maybe 5 to 6 years actually, I've gotten rid of that completely. Don't care if I ever go back to that. I don't want it. One of my big goals is to go to the Montreal Jazz Festival, but I'm not going to do that until I'm able to afford to do that. And I'm not going to do that until I'm out of consumer debt. And that's that. So, sorry for the impromptu video. I'm still feeling sick. You see, the stretch marks on my arms and everything. I don't care. I'm a flawed individual, and that's just how it is. But if you made it this far, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I post my videos, and you can find me at youtube.com/@Chronicles of Ray. That's all I got. Take care.